This is Texans TV.
QB1 is showing off his creative side.
Just try to tell my story through my cleats. Make sure I keep these pair of Converse clean too, man.
And we enter the deep slant. Texans 360 starts now.
We are ready to rock in Houston. Rock and roll.
Hey, greatness today, man.
Touchdown, Texans.
I got cleats for all y'all.
That's when you think you've seen it all. There's always something else.
Where would you rather be right now, man?
Welcome into Texans 360. The Texans are back at home. Once again, they're taking on the Indianapolis Colts. It's My Cause My Cleats, and we've got a big show like we always do. Tyrod Taylor out and about with the kids doing some really, really cute community activities. We enter the deep slant like we do every single week. But first, we mic'd up this guy. He's always hilarious, Jacob Martin. And you know what? He's playing really well. He's gotten a sack in the last 3 games. He was mic'd up for that game against the Jets. He had a lot to say with the Rock Boys.
Here we go. Let's go. Woo! Come on. Yes, sir. The Archer, baby. The Archer. Yes, sir. Keep on thriving, baby. Keep on thriving. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir.
Here's Taylor getting the snap, rolls to the right side, throws right sideline, hits Nico up the sideline, 35, and knocked down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line by Mosley. First down, Texans.
There it is. There it is, 5. I like it, 5. I like it. Just chug it along. Chug it, 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 chug it. Choo, choo. Nah, man, just 2 chug it, chug it, man. Come on. Let's do this. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's rock. Let's rock tonight. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on. Hey, it's I. Hey, he's coming this way. Watch it.
3rd and goal at the 4 with Wilson in the gun, 1 back Johnson. Wilson fakes the give, looking left, and he's going to be sacked. Jacob Martin gets him back at the 16-yard line.
Yeah! Come on! Come on! Ah!
The put down by Jacob Martin, and the Rock Boys do their thing.
He's pulling light.
Wilson digs in under center, takes the snap, fakes the give, and he's in trouble. He's sacked. Kamu Grugier-Hill gets him back at the 16-yard line.
Come on! Ah!
They're down at 17, Jets from their 18-yard line. Wilson gets the snap, pumps, and he's running, and he flips the ball forward, and it's picked off. Thomas has it at the 25-yard line. The Texans get the takeaway. He runs to the end zone to celebrate with his teammates.
Yes, sir!
Taylor with the blitz facing him. Throws it over the middle. Brevin Jordan dives for the goal line. Rock and roll. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan, the tight end, with the reception and the dive for 6.
Bang! Bang! Yeah!
Taylor in the gun gets the snap. Scrambling and now firing deep down the right side. And Cooks with the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Hey! Come on! Come on! Yes, sir!
The official took the time to make sure he hung on. He did.
Let's go eat now. Let's go eat now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna start doing karate. That's a celebration. Oh!
A little much there, guy.
Hey, set the tone right now. Set the tone right now. Pass!
Here's the snap to Wilson, looking and tucking it under, and the ball is out. Grenard strip sack. Texans looking for it. Can they get to it? It goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line of Houston. They could not get to it.
You hit me? No. Hey, Roy. Hey, Roy, rule of thumb. Never been this way, turn sideways, baby, and scoop. Yeah. You're like this, Roy. You're like this. It's faster to go this way. It's like you're playing baseball, man. Come on. Turn sideways next time, man. Sideways.
42-yard attempt here from Matt Amendola. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it's no good. Wide left, Amendola misses, and the Texans thwart the threat. Wilson shotgun on 3rd and goal. Handoff, Walter. Wow. Blasted in the backfield by Zach Cunningham of TFL.
Danny Phantom. Yeah.
Martin will get to take on the Colts and Carson Wentz on Sunday when they arrive here at NRG Stadium. I had a chance to catch up with my good friend Lara Overton. We talked about this Colts team, Carson Wentz, and what's been different since the last time these two teams played. It's Enemy Sidelines presented by Microsoft. My good friend, once again, Lara Overton, team reporter for the Indianapolis Colts. Lara, I got to ask you about this Colts loss to the Bucs, 38-31. What's the mood like in Indy? Is it more frustration that it was a game that they could have had in hand, or is there some optimism that the postseason chances are looking pretty good with Tennessee losing 2 in a row?
Well, it's a little bit of both. And unfortunately, this is a feeling that the Colts know all too well. This is not the first time this season that the Colts have had a double-digit lead on a playoff team and let that evaporate. But fact of the matter is, when you're facing Tom Brady, there is so little room for error that he was able to capitalize, those opportunities in which Shaq Barrett gets a strip sack on Carson Wentz. They were able to get points off of that. They were able to come back, capitalize on interceptions in those situations. And, the Colts were not able to close out games. And that has been a point of emphasis really over the course of this season, is that this team needs to find ways to finish better against playoff caliber type of teams. This is an opportunity where if the Colts are going to position themselves to make a December run, they have to have a sense of urgency about it. And it starts this weekend in Houston.
All right, you mentioned the game at Buffalo, and I think we're still all talking about Jonathan Taylor. He probably rushed for another touchdown again.
I think he's still running, actually.
He's still running. 5 touchdowns, 4 rushing, 1 receiving, and everybody sort of was talking about him in that MVP conversation, if they weren't already. So he has put up 100 yards rushing in 5 of the last 7 games. I mean, he's only in his 2nd year, but what do you really factor in for the key to his success in that ground game this year?
It is his dogged work ethic, and then this incredible balance of confidence yet humility that he has. He is an incredibly, not just unique athlete, he's a very unique person in the sense that he exudes a confidence without being arrogant. We always hear that Derrick Henry gets better as the game goes on. That's a tendency that we've started to see Jonathan Taylor have this season in particular. This guy does not get tired. We heard Chris Ballard, the general manager for the Colts, say he thinks he's one of the top 5 weapons in the league right now. And one of the things that's really encouraging to him is just to see the growing confidence that Jonathan Taylor has within this offense, and also the situations that they're putting him in. When you think about late in the game against the Bucs, the Colts needed a score. Where did they go? They went straight to the hands of Jonathan Taylor, and he got them right back into, that ball game late.
Lara, appreciate the time as always, and looking forward to the game.
Looking forward to it as well. Thanks for having me.
Coming up, we enter the deep slant next on Texans 360. Welcome back to the Ford Studio. Texans 360 rolls on. The deep slant rolls on like it does every single week. That's my one-on-one that I get a chance to do with a player every single week. We talk football, we talk life. We've had a lot of fun moments this year. We've shown pictures, we played games. Check out what we did this week. It's the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity. My guest this week, Kamu Grugier-Hill. Kamu, you started all 10 games that you played in, and you picked up your first interception as a Texan a few weeks ago at Tennessee. How cool was that moment for you, and where is the football right now?
It's pretty cool. It's in my bedroom.
You got to keep it?
I got to keep it. Yeah, thank God. Because, there's 2 that I dropped also, so I should have 3. So to bring that one home was, it's actually kind of just teasing me right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the ones that you dropped, but we'll talk about the actual interception first. You returned it, 82 yards, and David Culley said he could tell you were a defensive player returning it because an offensive player wouldn't keep – they know someone's chasing them, but he said you just kept checking to see if someone was chasing you, and had you not done that, maybe you would have made it a little bit further. What are your thoughts on that?
Everyone's a critic when they don't have the ball in their hand, so, I don't know. We'll have to see next time. Hopefully I can make up for that.
Jacob Martin was mic'd up a few weeks ago, and you guys had a funny moment where I don't know what he did. He pinched the back of your arm or something, and then you said, that's a little much there, my guy. So what are you like on the field in between plays? Are you just a little bit more subdued, or you just don't like people pinching you on the sideline?
No, I just keep it. I just like to keep it light. I joke with everyone, and I just try not to keep it too serious. I don't know. Everyone, it's a stressful moment a lot of times, so just trying to keep everything light, keep everyone loose is kind of my mindset on it.
You had mentioned to me that you were volleyball state champion once. I think one of the first times I talked to you. You're a big volleyball player. What position were you again?
Outside hitter.
Outside hitter. Okay. So you said that volleyball did not help you at all in being a linebacker, which I feel like maybe deflecting passes, or I don't know. I feel like there's got to be some sort of volleyball skill that might help at linebacker. No, you don't think so? Okay. I was just trying here. I was going to ask you, if you could pick 5 other teammates to be on your volleyball team, who would they be?
I'd have to go Zach, just because I need the long arms.
That's a good one.
Who else is really tall? Pharaoh.
Okay.
I'll go Pharaoh. Then I need some.
You're only going to get tall people for this team?
What? Those are my 2 blockers.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So there's my blockers. Now I need some athletes. Some I don't know. I gotta have some tryouts or something. I gotta see how these guys move with some volleyball.
I'm a little shocked that you're not picking more of your linebackers.
Like who? Like Kirko? Kirko with his club right now could maybe have a pretty good spike.
He would. He could land a pretty good hit on the ball. You need to have tryouts for your volleyball team.
I need to have some. Yeah, we'll have some beach volleyball tournaments in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, maybe Kaimi.
Oh yeah, Imi. I know. Actually, Imi would be good. Imi could play.
Okay, so he doesn't need tryouts.
He
can be on your volleyball team.
He's solid.
Everyone else, you need to try out for Kamu's team. All right, Kamu, thanks so much for the time. Looking forward to the rest of the season.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
We go in depth with My Football Story. That's next on Texans 360. Texans 360 continues, and My Football Story is a great feature that we debuted a few years ago. We show you the journey of a Texans player before they even got here to Houston, and it's been a lot of fun to sort of catch up with players from sometimes their elementary school days to high school days to their college career, and now here in the NFL. And this week's no different, so check out our latest episode of My Football Story.
St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised. Pretty hybrid kid, man. Played a bunch of sports. I was actually a basketball player first. And I didn't start playing football until I was 12. My sister forced me to go to practice because she was dating one of the coaches. I turned out to be one of the fastest guys on the team. I hated defense, though. I wasn't a physical guy. I just kind of liked the excitement, the team aspect of it, and just playing with my friends. It was easy to make friends. As a young kid, that was just kind of what meant a lot to me. I went to Missouri Western State. Basically, that was really one of the only schools that offered me a scholarship coming out of high school. My first year going in, I redshirted. My second year, I basically started, got a lot of playing time, man, and just was able to really develop my skills. I really was challenged every day by my teammates, and it really made me appreciate a lot more things just because I wasn't given all those luxuries, that bigger schools had. I loved it, man. I wouldn't change anything about the route. It made the journey, that much better. I signed with my agent, and he believed in me. He told me he wanted to send me down to Fort Worth for me to train for my pro day. So end up going, and I'm training with a bunch of Division I guys. And so I kind of really went there with a chip on my shoulder because I wanted to prove that I belong, you know, with those guys with the bigger name, LSU, Alabama. So I just went there every day, and my goal was just to outwork the guys that I was basically training with every day. And come around pro day, I had the highest vertical in my whole draft class. And so that was really one thing that kind of stood out to the Cardinals. And it's crazy. I'm there, probably feeling the most athletic I had in my life. And I tear my ACL the first 2 weeks of OTAs. And that was just kind of like a devastating moment, you know, in my career. And I was kind of confused on what was gonna happen next. I was actually, never forget this, man. I was in my massage after the last preseason game. And I get the phone call, basically, and I didn't answer it at first because it was a number I didn't have saved. And right after, a number texted me and was like, "This is such and such from the Cardinals, you know, if you can bring your iPad and everything." And that was like a devastating moment for me because I honestly had never been cut in my life. It was challenging, man. I went through a lot of different emotions just trying to cope with being cut. I kind of didn't know who I was. I didn't know if I was going to be able to play again. Actually, a story many people don't know, man. The field that I trained at for those 3 weeks was literally right across the street from the Cardinals training facility. So I would see their bubble every day when I was going out there, man. And, I mean, it would be some days I got kicked off the field by amateur soccer teams because they were out there having to, you know, compete on that field. So I'm taking my water bottle and my little speaker I had with me and moving over to another field. And it honestly just pushed me harder every day because I would see guys that I, you know, came into the league with driving out, you know, and going home, and I'm out there training, you know, jobless basically. And I told my agent, I'm like, man, this tryout I get, whoever it is, like, I'm gonna kill it, you know. And I came here, I think, and basically had a tryout with like 5 other safeties, and they kept me. So, you know, I really showed them in their workout that I was worth it, and you know, I'm still here, man, and hopefully make Houston my home. Houston's a great city. It's great food here. It's always something to do. I met my girlfriend here, you know, right before COVID and everything, and that's been an amazing experience, and we've had great times. My first few years in the NFL, I was kind of by myself, just away from my family, and, you know, I would come home to an empty house. You know, ever since I've been with her, it's nothing like having someone to just come home and talk to, comfort you. Who better to understand kind of what you're going through than another elite athlete who trains, you know, more than I do. Just really understands what you're going through from a mental aspect. The mental part of it is very tough. I really feel like football kind of teaches you how to work within a group and work your role within a group and know that the group is above yourself. That's one of the things I was blessed as a young kid to kind of, it really taught me at a young age. It was just like, it's not all about you. When you get on a football team, you have to take care of your job first before you can help out. And that's one thing football definitely shows, you know, how to work within a group and work within a team. Obviously, they've given me a chance to further my career, so that's the first and the biggest thing for me is, you know, they've given me an opportunity to keep going and keep my dream alive.
Tyrod Taylor goes to the Boys and Girls Club. That's next on Texans 360.
A portion of this broadcast is sponsored by Cigna. Together all the way.
It's the final segment of Texans 360. It's My Cause My Cleats this week. Players got a chance to unbox their cleats for a great cause. Tyrod Taylor, he was doing some great things out in the community. Took his cleats, took a bunch of brand new shoes out to some kids, and they had a really fun activity of their own. Check it out.
Make sure y'all keep these pair of Converse clean too, man.
I'm gonna wash them every day. What team do you like?
I like the Texans. Are y'all related? Oh, y'all the brothers.
We're brothers.
Who will win in the race?
We're out here celebrating the upcoming NFL My Cause My Cleats campaign with the Boys and Girls Club of Houston and Tyrod Taylor, and of course all of the Houston Texans. We're going to be decorating some cool Converse kicks for the game, so they get to design and customize their own shoes.
Just try to tell my story through my cleats. Y'all get a chance to do that today on the Converses that we have. Whatever it means to you, whatever inspired you, whether it's family, whether it's the Boys and Girls Club, whether it's your friends. It was awesome. The interaction with the kids, they were happy anytime you get a chance to paint on some brand new shoes. As a kid, that puts a smile on your face. But to see just the creativeness throughout the design process was nice.
Have you got drafted?
Yeah, I got drafted back in 2011. How old are you?
8.
Yeah, you weren't even around. The first table I sat down, 3 young kids, Jackson, Gregory, and Grant, all athletes themselves. So to hear them talk about sports and to hear them argue about who's faster, like I remember those conversations. So you'd be the whole table then.
Yeah, out of me and him, me. I beat him in the race.
Yes, I can beat you.
You can beat everybody?
To see them show their creative side is definitely a dope experience, and ultimately ended up getting tickets to the game this week, which is also a nice experience. My surprise for you guys and girls are tickets to the game this week, so make sure y'all bring y'all shoes, keep them clean to the weekend, and have fun. It just puts a lot into perspective for me because, like I said, I was one of those kids that were sitting at these tables, these after-school programs at the Boys and Girls Club. So, like you said, it comes full circle. I'm happy that I was able to be a part of it today, and I wish these kids the best in whatever they choose to do in life. Go Texans!
35 players participating in My Cause, My Cleats this year, along with Tyrod Taylor. And if you want to check out what some of the other causes are, you can go to HoustonTexans.com. You can see the full list of players participating and all the special causes that they are raising money for after the game, which, by the way, is Sunday, the Indianapolis Colts here at NRG Stadium. And if you want to get tickets, go to HoustonTexans.com/tickets. That's going to do it for Texans 360. We thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Tyler Sudarth for working on this show. And as always, go Texans.
Thanks for watching and go Texans. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for new content.